Welcome back, folks. I'm your host, Ravi Ratiram, and you are looking at Building TNT. And tonight in studio, we have our guest, Mr. Zaheer Ali from the Zaheer Ali Foundation. We've heard about Zaheer. We heard about his history. He's a young attorney, well, not an attorney as yet. He's a student at the Hewarden Law School, and he's the founder of the Zaheer Ali Foundation. So Zaheer, let's go into the foundation itself, and what this Zaheer Ali Foundation is all about.
Well, as a young man growing up, it was a very testing time, and fortunately for me, I had the right people, beginning with my parents, God support, my family, my friends, my well-wishers. And, having the right people around you is of great support in your quest for success. But when you look around society today, not everyone may be fortunate to have that sort of support.
That's correct.
And, having received, a lot of reward and benefit, I see it as an opportunity to give back to Trinidad and Tobago. Mm-hmm. But when thinking about it, I cannot give back to Trinidad and Tobago on my own. So I decided one day, you know what? I'm going to go out there, I'm going to, engage persons, see who share a similar vision. And immediately next to me was my sister, who basically shared that vision. She herself actually benefited from that support that I just spoke about.
Right.
And, we started engaging other professionals in the field of, the legal field.
I always like to use the term charity begins at home.
Well, that's perfect. That's exactly.
That, and we see the work you started, your sister, the family.
Exactly. Exactly. And, when we start engaging the professionals in Trinidad and Tobago, who, basically came from different areas, for example, medical, the legal field, the sporting field, simple persons in terms of where society is concerned, the housewife, person in communities. We saw the opportunity that they also share this similar vision to give back to Trinidad and Tobago. Yes. So when we saw that, we were encouraged. And we decided to take the opportunity to legally establish the foundation, to create the structure and system that now we can give back to Trinidad and Tobago effectively. When you look at society today, we face a lot of challenges, especially where the youths are concerned.
We face challenges.
So when we were basically looking at the objectives of the foundation, we recognized that we must plan for tomorrow. And in planning for tomorrow means that we had to give focus to the youth.
Yes.
But we could not have just focused on the youth, because the community is important, because the youth find themselves in the community. And the community will be consisting of the persons who are middle age, old age, and the general infrastructure of the community. So we saw it as a dynamic approach, a holistic approach to ensure that we can assist and impact as professionals the community and by extension Trinidad and Tobago. And thus far, I must say, Ravi, that without tapping myself on the back, we have received great success. And I want to thank the entire Trinidad and Tobago, all those who have supported us.
Yes.
I'm seeing persons calling in, expressing their views, and I'm opening to Trinidad and Tobago here this afternoon.
Yes.
That the Zaheer Ali Foundation is for Trinidad and Tobago. Zaheer Ali will pass on one day. But I believe that we need structure and system. We cannot continue to depend on the formal structures of governance or the corporate entity, but we all have to look at it as all of us
as a society,
progressing together for Trinidad and Tobago.
And your foundation, you're based at where? What area of Trinidad you are based?
Well, basically, when we were established, obviously it will take our origin in terms of the Valsey and the Bamboo Settlement area.
Right.
But what we did is that after we start developing that particular area, and, we have evidence of it. We have embarked on programs in San Fernando at Palmis.
At Palmis Park.
Palmis Park.
I saw that you did a health fair also in the earlier part of this year down at the Palmis Park.
Yes, correct? We did. The Diabetes Association of Trinidad and Tobago saw the foundation and recognized that, maybe the foundation could play a part in that. And we, relished the opportunity. We took the opportunity and, we saw the success. And, thus far we have, taken the foundation and its activities throughout Trinidad and Tobago. We don't want to, have the foundation be dedicated to a particular area, because here is from a particular area.
Yes.
Or the foundation officers from a particular area. We believe that when we're talking development in Trinidad and Tobago, it means Cedros, it means Toko, it means Moruga, it means Carenage.
Yes.
And it means Tobago.
Tobago is important. And Zaheer, this is one of the reasons why I decided, when I heard, and we must say thank you to Dr. Reddy, right? Dr. Reddy from Carani Savannah Road there, from the conversation was flowing, and he was commending the effort of building TNT, and he said, I have a good friend from up in the bamboo, Mr. Zaheer Ali. Why don't you I said, you know Zaheer Ali? I said, I've been trying to get onto that guy a little while now, because I have been following your page, your Facebook page. And folks, you can follow Zaheer Ali on his Facebook page. You just search for the Zaheer Ali Foundation, and that's how I was able to join the foundation, through the Facebook page. So we use the technology. I see that there are members in your page and in your group from all parts of the world also contributing towards the foundation. And yes, Dr. Reddy, when he recommended you, I said, I want to speak to that guy, and that it just happened from there, because I must commend you in how you have approached your vision and your mission, and not keeping it just isolated to one zone, but you have been operating throughout the country, and it's a wonderful model that you are setting forward. Yeah.
Well, I think that, when you look at it, I don't want, a foundation. We have seen foundations in the past, be viewed as maybe an individual, maybe be a family. But, looking on, having the experience in the policing aspect, the sporting aspect, nor the legal aspect, I recognize that, we need proper structure and system. And yes, we have been in operation over the last year and a couple of months. But during that period of time, we were able to make that sort of impact that we're looking at. For example, when you look at our school system today, about a couple of months ago, these foundations saw it as a very vulnerable area where the young people are concerned. And I'm saying to Trinidad and Tobago today, and I want to just take this opportunity, Ravi, on your show, to say to Trinidad and Tobago, all the parents, the teachers, the students themselves, and all other stakeholders, that Trinidad and Tobago need to be patient. When we look at the aspect of bullying, we need to look at there's an issue in terms of our socialization, and we need to look at the education. We need to look at the issue of communication. So we do not look at bullying in an isolated way where it's a physical activity, but it's sending signs that we, as a people, we are having issues and challenges in terms of how we communicate, how we socialize, and the education level that we have in our society. And when I speak about educational level, Ravi, I'm not looking at having degree or 7 or 8 subjects. I'm just looking at the basic requirements of the existence of a human being.
Yes.
So when we put social workers and guidance officers, yes, that's a support system. But, I really call in on Trinidad and Tobago on your show today, Building Trinidad and Tobago, that the youths are the future of Trinidad and Tobago. And we must be concerned, but we must look at this issue in terms of communication, socialization, and the education capacity of our young people, Ravi.
Yes, yes. And there are a lot of people who are contributing towards those different causes, even, from Dilina Dan, young Raymond Ramnarayan, his kid, I know recently did a song on bullying that is being used in the anti-bullying campaign, because it's a global something. We see as, society evolves, there are global challenges that people all over the world face. But the beautiful thing about it is in here, once as those challenges, raises, we have systems that we start putting in place now to do youth awareness and youth development. And I know that your foundation has been doing some youth awareness and youth development seminars and workshops in the different schools.
Yes, and as I indicated earlier, as the founder of the Zaheer Ali Foundation, I woke up one morning and I picked up the newspaper and I saw a stabbing in a school. And I don't want to make mention of this particular school on this occasion, but it was very touching to see that, that the criminal activity has now transmitted to the school system. And immediately I called a meeting with the foundation and said, what? As a foundation, we need to make an intervention here to try and assist the government, to try and assist the opposition, to try and assist all stakeholders, the Ministry of Education, to try and see if we could curb the problem, because we see it as, even though it may not directly affect Zaheer Ali or one of the officers in the foundation, when you don't take action, they say that evil prevails when good men and good women fail to take decisions.
Correct.
And take actions. And I am seeing it as an opportunity where we need to make an intervention. And yes, we did. And how we make that intervention, we brought a doctor on board to look at the medical issues in terms of a child. Why would a child react? Is it always about poverty? Is it always about the fact that he's not educated? Is it the fact that he doesn't have the capacity to socialize effectively? Don't he not have the capacity to communicate properly? He may have a medical issue. So if you're not approaching the problem in a collective way, you find that most of the times you may miss the real problem or the cause of the problem in a particular individual. So we tailored a program that would have incorporated psychologists, a medical doctor, teachers, sporting icons to motivate persons, because you don't want to be telling students don't do X or don't do Y and not giving them an alternative. And I want to take this opportunity, Ravi, to congratulate people like Dinesh Ramdin, Dwayne Bravo, Riyad Amrit, three of the prominent sporting icons in terms of the cricket discipline.
They provide a lot of support for you in those
They came and they supported the program. So I want to commend them openly on national television.
In some of our pictures, we saw Dinesh Ramdin sitting there at the head table.
Yes.
In some of those functions. And so you went in, you went into the schools itself, and the foundation did lectures, and tell me, how did you carry it? How did you go about?
Well, what we did, we decided to do a test. We went at the primary school level, then we went at the senior comprehensive level, then we went to the Hillview College level to basically test different areas in terms of what we think might be a problem or vulnerable group. And what we found is that it is important for us to target the primary school level, because what you find is that when students write the SE, they now go into the secondary school. What they're meeting persons with different culture, different ethnic background, different religious background. So if they don't have the capacity to respond positively to those challenges that they face, you may well find that peer pressure may lead them down in a particular direction, or they may not know how to handle an aggressive behavior by an individual who may have probably came from another area in Trinidad and Tobago. So what you'll find is that the vulnerable area in Trinidad and Tobago is the primary school level transition onto the secondary school. And I think that if we target that area properly and effectively, I think that we will be on our way to curbing that problem in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah. So you set the right foundation.
That's
the
correct.
right mindset, the right approach. The culture is the way we do things around here.
That's correct.
Right? And once you set that correct culture from amongst the youngsters at the primary school level, they naturally take that with them as they go forward in life.
That's correct.
So folks, you're hearing for yourself some of the work that Mr. Zaheer Ali and the Zaheer Ali Foundation has been doing, and we are hearing Dinesh Ramdin and a lot of other Bravo and a lot of other icons who are contributing towards making this country a better place, going out into the schools, meeting with the youths, getting the youths engaged. And I must compliment you. I must continue to compliment you and compliment all others. And, use this forum to appeal to everyone outside there to take the initiative of on your own. Take that initiative and somehow, contribute and give back. I know you all continue to do it, and I want to commend you all for it. We're going to take a little break, and we're going to be right back. Don't go too far. We have a lot more lined up for you.
Where do we go?